Hey guys, welcome to episode 15.5 of Climbing the Ladder. This is a point 5 episode because there's not going to be a lot of actual matches today. You're just going to see some images or some video of me playing in training mode and practicing, and that's kind of the subject of today's little mini episode. As you notice, there hasn't been a lot of content, or at least Climbing the Ladder episodes coming out in the last 2 weeks. That's because I just got back from EVO, and I put out a slew of EVO interviews, which if you haven't checked out, you can check out the EVO playlist at youtube.com/holdbacktoblock.tv, and I really hope you guys dig that. But while watching EVO, EVO was a very interesting opportunity this year because I got to work on the production side with iPlayWinner and Team Spooky, and that was like a nice thing to do, especially after a year ago. A year ago, I just kind of started everything, and then to have that opportunity to really get on stage and film all these really cool moments and talk to all these cool players and watch everybody play at a very high level. It was a very rewarding opportunity, but it also opened my eyes from not just a production standpoint, but also from a playing standpoint. I mean, I've been doing these episodes now for a little while, and mostly they were honestly kind of an excuse for me to play, just because with all the video editing and with all the video shooting I do at events, I don't actually get a lot of chance to actually play Street Fighter anymore, and it's a game I really, really do like. I've been playing it since I was a kid, on and off, not competitively, but just casual environment, and I really, really enjoy the game. So, it opened my eyes to see all this high-level play, and I kind of wondered why can't I do that? Why can't I play at a higher level? What's preventing me from taking my game to the next level? Not just for me, but also so you guys can see what high-level play really is, because I'll be honest, my play is still very casual, kind of scrubby level, and that helps you guys, especially a lot of people starting out. I see the comments and I see people really thankful to see some kind of play, but I also want to help level myself as well as you guys up. So ever since I got back from EVO, I've been kind of thinking about how I would go about putting together a training regimen, or what goes into training. Not just, we did an episode before of using training mode. How do you guys use it? What do you guys do? But we never really talked about personalized, kind of like a regimen. Do you guys have a regimen? How do you sit down when you go to practice, if you go to practice at all? And if you don't, that's no big deal. But have you ever thought about it? Have you ever sat down and kind of looked at your play style and just kind of been like, oh, okay, so maybe I can maximize my time this way? So I've been thinking about it for a couple of weeks, and I think I put together like a nice little list of how I'm going to take my game to the next level, because I do want to give competing in tournaments a chance. I've never really given it an honest chance. I've never really practiced. I've never really kind of sat down and learned the game. And I've been doing that a little bit when playing with Yun, but I still think my strongest character is Ryu. And Ryu doesn't have a lot of tricks. He doesn't have dive kicks. He doesn't have these kind of weird gimmicks or weird little things he can abuse the system to use. Like, you have to be fundamentally solid to really succeed with Ryu. That's why you only see a couple of them still around. The most prominent one is Daigo. When you watch Daigo play, he's very solid. All this stuff is fundamentals. Not a lot of crazy gimmicks, though. He does have his own, but same thing with Valle. Valle is also very strong Ryu. Probably, I would say Daigo and Valle are probably the top two Ryus in the world. So what do they do that I'm not doing? And a lot of that is just kind of practice. Just sitting down with the game, forcing myself to sit down with the game and practice, as boring as that can be. So the regimen that I'm coming up with, it starts with one thing, and that's at least 45 minutes a day of practicing. And I know people are like, well, that's not enough. Like, if you really want to learn how to play the game, you got to play for like 8 hours a day or 4 hours a day, or, just kind of grind it. Well, I'm sorry to tell you, but I have a real life, and I have a job, a 9 to 5. I don't live this glamorous CPM life that a lot of people do, unfortunately. But, I don't have a lot of time in the day to practice. So 45 minutes a day is kind of like the max I can put to a day. But while it's not a lot of time, I talked to KDZ at EVO, and he said a very interesting thing where it's like, you don't need to play a ton to really get good, but you really have to be smart. Like, you have to kind of think of the way you play, kind of look at how you're playing, and kind of analyze what's wrong and what's not. So that's what I really want to do, is I want to spend 45 minutes a day in training mode and online, and just kind of mostly in training mode. And in training mode, what we're going to do is maximize opportunities. So learning max punishes with my characters, learning to punish certain moves that give me trouble, learning, when I'm in a specific situation, how do you get out of it, what are the options, if there are any, and, when to accept that you just kind of got to sit there and block. That's what really, we're going to achieve in these 45 minutes. So I'll be practicing combos in practice mode or training mode to really get them down. And then in online, not necessarily always trying to win, or always trying to learn the matchup because of the fact that, you know, online you have to deal with lag, you have to deal with kind of input lag and stuff like that, so it's not really the true matchup, but learning what other characters can do to me, learning the situations they can put me in and analyzing them, as well as being familiar with the characters themselves. And I think the biggest thing that you know, when you go to sit down and train in anything is to keep at it. Success isn't going to come overnight. I understand this. I don't expect to start doing this and all of a sudden start winning, you know, Evo. But I would like to see some progress, and so just keep at it, even a little bit. Even if instead of going 0-2, I go 1-2, or 2-2, or even 3-2. Like, that's okay, because, you know, right now I'm not really doing well in the tournaments that I play in. So keep at it is the most important thing. And a lot of people forget that it's not just inside the game that you have to really train yourself. You have to really discipline yourself outside the game. And a couple of things I'm trying to do outside the game is play as much with other people as possible, even if it's not in a tournament setting. Like if we're in a hotel room at a major, or even just going to local sessions, or starting local sessions, which we're trying to do here in New Jersey. Just try to kind of get people to come out and play, expose yourself more to different play styles, different methodologies, and just really kind of enjoy yourself when playing, which we'll get to in a second. Another thing I'm trying to do is be a little bit more healthy. Right now, I don't really take care of my body as much as I should. Like, I should be eating better, so or exercising. So, you know, eating better, exercising, getting enough rest. And people go, well, what does that have to do with any of that? It has a lot to do with it. If you're not feeling good when you play, like physically, you're going to play like crap. So one of the things I'm trying to do is just to adjust, you know, what I eat, being a little bit more active, sleeping more, which is a hassle at times, especially when I'm kind of balancing real life and delivering content with hold back to block, which is why, you know, a lot of stuff didn't come out in the last 2 weeks, because I just needed to sleep. So I hope you guys bear with me, but we'll correct that in the next couple of days. And the last thing, and I think this is the most important thing, anything you do, if you really love it, you should have fun. And a lot of people are like, well, this is competitive. You can't really have fun when you're playing in tournaments. That's bullshit. Listen, I have a personal model in my life, and that is, if you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong. If you have something you love to do, and you're sitting there and you're getting angry, and you're getting upset, or you're getting frustrated, well, frustration happens, but if you're getting angry, take a step back, think about it. If it's something, you know, maybe this is not something you want to do anymore. But if there's something that you really enjoy, and yeah, people get a little frustrated, you know, online, you do something stupid, or somebody does a wake-up ultra, and you're like, what the hell? But you should love what you're doing. And if you don't love what you're doing, you know, maybe it's time to go do something else. But right now, I really love playing this game. I really love making content for you guys, and I hope to keep doing it for many, many years down the road. So I'm not going to let you guys go without at least one match. So we have a match here against a Cody on Xbox Live. With Cody, you gotta kind of know when to hit buttons, so as you can see, I hit one too many buttons there, and I got punished for it. And I kind of want to keep him at a distance. I want to keep him at low forward fireball range and punish him. So he's trying to jump in and hit buttons, and I respond with an uppercut to keep him out, but I dropped my combo there, and now we're back kind of a neutral situation. He's using that hop kick to try to scout out, crouching medium kick and get over it. Again, he jumps in, hitting buttons, so I hit him with the uppercut. And as you see, I keep him out spacing with my crouching medium kick when he does his slides in, and punish him for trying to get in that way. There's the hop kick to stop the medium kick, and he just jumps in randomly, and I hit him with an uppercut. So it's kind of a fast-paced match. You kind of got to be careful. It's very, very spacing-based. You want to keep him out, because once he gets in, he can be a problem. I'm looking for the knockdown and taking advantage of it, because Cody doesn't have a lot of good wake-up options, and we want to take advantage of the fact that he doesn't have that. So again, I hit sweep too much when people get into specific distance. That's a bad habit that I really need to stop. So he's just kind of hitting buttons, poking. He's got the damage. He's got the life lead. Nice jump in. I wasn't ready for it. Tried to do an EX fireball, and now he's got me pressured in the corner. Use focus attack, but his jab is pretty fast, so I'm kind of forced to block. Again, I'm going for cross-ups because he's not really anti-airing me. So I just kind of want to take advantage of the fact. And at this point, he's got full meter, he's got ultra. I'm going to try to get him to waste a few bars, and I'm going to try to build bars myself, just because I'm not liking the way this match is going right now, and I don't think I can pull it out without wasting too many resources. So I'm just kind of content with building meter and getting him the next round. Getting my little shots in here and there, maybe force him to use a little bit more, but he uses a Zonk Knuckle and takes me out. So he's fully stocked, but I didn't sacrifice a lot. I sacrificed a round, but I have, 3 stocks locked and loaded, ready to go. Tried to beat him with a air-to-air, but just wasn't enough range, and trying to show him that I will uppercut, just, kind of scare him off a little bit. Sometimes you get inside your opponent's head like that, but right now he's doing a good job of keeping pressure on me, but he drops his combo there, and now I have to kind of take advantage of it. So Nice little crouching medium punch at the throw. And, empty jump into low, but unfortunately I dropped the combo. But he's still in the corner. I've kept him in the corner now, and I've been teching a lot. I've been throwing a lot, so I use that hurricane kick to force him to tech, and he gets hit. I drop the combo, but I do the same situation again, and I'm able to hit Ultra. And now I think he's going to wake up. See, I thought he was going to wake up Ultra there and take me out, but I figured he would wake up something because he is hitting a lot of buttons there. He's been hitting a lot of buttons the whole match, and I kind of want him to pay for it, and he did, and I take the game. So a little bit of my practice is paying off. We'll have more matches next week. I'm going to try to get back to a weekly schedule, probably every Wednesday night. Have these out for you guys to watch and, see if you guys can pick up some stuff, see if you guys can help me with some stuff. But thank you for watching, and if you have a training regimen of your own that you'd like to share, please do so in the comments below, and let me know how you train, and what you do to train, and who you train with. Do you have any friends that you train with? Do you have a local group that you guys kind of all level up together? Let me know in the comments below. Also, feel free to follow me at TheBestabon on Twitter, as well as at HoldBackToBlock to find out what the latest in HoldBackToBlock stuff, when our videos go up, everything like that. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook as well at HoldBackToBlock. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next week. Take care.